Call of Duty World War II was about honoring the story of the world's costliest war. And with the Resistance DLC pack, we really get to continue that story. This next chapter really puts you in the heart of being a Resistance fighter. We're really going to take you from 3 iconic Resistance-themed maps, a brand new War MP map, and our next chapter of Nazi zombies.
For the DLC season, we are very much pulling from historical reference to try to make a really holistic DLC theme.
Early on, Resistance was something that really struck a chord with the team. It was something that we were really passionate about. And we got a real taste for it in the single-player campaign.
Tonight, we take back our city.
These were not just your standard soldiers, these were civilians. These were everyday people who were fighting on the Allied side.
People were in disguises, they were underground.
Clandestine operations took place in speakeasies like this around Europe where they tried to disrupt the Axis and German war machine.
There's so many ways to resist, and there are so many different types of resistance efforts, from the German resistance to the Czech resistance to the French resistance. So each operated differently. We're depicting that in each map. Our first map is Valkyrie, set in Prussia, Hitler's Wolf's Lair.
That's where a group of officers tried to kill Hitler, but also as many other high-ranking officers as they could.
We wanted to design that map for multiple play styles. The outsides of the map, there's a lot of sniper lanes there, but if you work your way through the middle spaces and through some of these other different bunkers, you're gonna have a lot of run and gun, you're gonna have a lot of shotgun.
So our second map is Anthropoid, set in occupied Prague in the Czech Republic.
It's the assassination attempt of the second hand of Hitler. He was in charge of controlling the city of Prague.
So it's an urban map, but this map has a lot of height variation as well as some really strong, tight interiors that are going to give a real wide variety of gameplay.
We're really proud of bringing back a Modern Warfare 3 favorite map, Resistance, which is called Occupation in our game. It's set in Paris.
That was so iconic to the Resistance movement that it was important for us to have that map.
It's on the neighborhood of Montmartre, so you can actually see the Eiffel Tower in the distance.
Long sightlines, so you get a lot of play with mountain division, and you can bring out your LMGs, put them up on ledges. It's a really fun map.
Of course, we've got a brand new war mode called Operation Intercept. And this places you right in the heart of the FFI, or the French Forces of the Interior.
The great thing about War Mode is we really get to try things that are really new and unique that you haven't seen before.
Fans are going to be excited about the mechanics in War Mode and how they coincide with the theme of the map.
Your first objective is to rescue the Resistance fighters. After that, you capture some radio equipment and you lead the attack. And the next chapter in Nazi Zombies, The Darkest Shore, the most terrifying chapter we've brought to date.
For this next chapter in the game, our characters, they've received intel about the movement of Dr. Straub. He's gone to this foggy island just north of Germany. We really wanted to play with something new in this map. We wanted to play with this idea of what happens when fog rolls in. You can't see them until they're 5 feet away from you.
It's really creepy. There's a sense of things that could come out from the fog. For the Darkest Shores, we have a new weapon called the Ripsaw.
My favorite weapon in the game thus far. It is a combination buzzsaw, gun, and it handles zombies up close and at a distance. We've gotten experimental with some of the gameplay here, and we've created a new zombie. This is a zombie that is clever, that is strategic. It is one of the scariest creations that I've ever seen.
There's a lot of content in this DLC package. This is something that we put a lot of heart and soul into, so it's really important to us that these maps will deliver on fans' high expectations.
We're looking forward to the next DLCs because we get to talk about different phases of the conflict and explore different parts of the world.
It's the biggest, most exciting DLC we've ever offered. And we can't wait for you to get your hands on the Resistance.
Buy the season pass and get the Carrington bonus map.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is YoPlades. Welcome to today's video. Let's get right into it. So a few weeks ago, we received a new video from Call of Duty detailing what would be in DLC 1, or as I like to call it, Resistance. Turns out that we're getting 3 multiplayer maps, 1 war map, and of course, a brand new zombies map. Now, of course, once again this year, Call of Duty has partnered with PlayStation to bring you the DLC first on January 30th, and then it's going to be released about a month later on PC and Xbox. So the multiplayer maps that we're going to be getting are Occupation, Valkyrie, and Anthropoid. The war map is going to be Operation Intercept, and the zombies is going to be The Darkest Shore. So I have all the descriptions for all the maps. I'm just going to read them out for you guys, just so you know where we all stand with all of this. Let's start off here with Occupation. In this remake of the classic Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer map, Resistance, players battle through the streets and shops of German-occupied Paris during World War II. Longside streets encourage mid-range combat, with nearby homes and storefronts lending defensive positions for ambush and recovery. Next up, we have Valkyrie. Located in the Missourian woods, this map was inspired by the Wolf's Lair, Hitler's Eastern Front headquarters during Operation Barbarossa, the Nazi invasion of the Soviet Union. This is a medium-sized map with a gameplay focused around a dangerous center lane covered by multiple Overwatch positions and mounted machine guns. And lastly, in multiplayer, we have Anthropoid. Based in Prague, Czechoslovakia, this map is inspired by Operation Anthropoid, the famous assassination attempt on a high-ranking German officer during World War II. This map features a center lane divided by a river with long flanking paths that can be used by snipers for ranged attacks. Moving on to war, we have Operation Intercept. Outside of Salo, France, our next war mode experience leads us on an urban rescue mission to save resistance fighters being transported by train. The first objective on the Allied side is freeing the fighters, followed by the destruction of a key communication equipment, and ending with stopping a train. And last but certainly not least, we have Zombies with The Darkest Shore. The Darkest Shore follows our heroes into the next chapter of their dangerous journey. Only days after the horrific disaster of Middelburg, the crew has received intel that suggests Dr. Straub is on an island just north of Germany. Blanketed in fog, this island is surrounded by Nazi air and sea power, and crawling with the undead. Our heroes will need to battle all this and more to uncover the mysteries hidden within the Darkest Shore. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited about this DLC. I think it's finally time to have some new maps in Call of Duty World War II. We've been playing the same ones since November, so I mean, it's time. I think I'm most excited for Occupation in this DLC. I mean, it was a great map in Modern Warfare 3, and I can't wait to see it transferred over to World War II exactly the way it was, just with better graphics. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you're excited for DLC 1, please don't forget to leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and I'll see you guys on Friday. Peace out.